Cobain's sarcoma growing on this will of mine to drag me down into the water. The joy I feel before I drowned, and the Lord's hand moves on the scheme of my nerves and the chemicals that swim and the substance of the earth. Is love so great, but the soul singers spurn to sing their love to some unknown reckless girl. They sing too great. Queen Heroina, the comfort that she warms them with. Their music swells with all their yearning. They are ashamed to sing for him who has built these shells that our spirits knock inside and weep for their release in the onrush of the tide of the Lord's great seas that'll boil when he returns to pluck us off the face of this sad and dirty world. And I saw Sam Cooke and Ian Curtis at the door of his golden realm. They sang his name, sweet Lord in heaven, and then the Lord, well, he let them in. Hi, my name is Gravity Groove. Welcome to Not Safe for Work Magic. That was Sweet Lord in Heaven by Mike Doty off of his first solo album ever, Skittish, that he self-published. Actually was at one of the first shows he did for that album, and he had printed CDs out himself in cases with paper labels, and he signed one and I bought it. We're going to play a little bit of Standard today because our rank is still Silver, and what I found in Silver is that 90% of the decks I face are mono red. So I was trying to play Dimir because before all I was facing was Kaldheim, but now all I'm facing is mono red. So I figure we'll play Sakdos until we get into Silver, and probably just concede out of the Kaldheim matches because this deck really just isn't capable of clocking that deck at all. It's just not a winnable match, even post sideboard. So there's a reason no one's playing Rakdos right now, and those reasons are numerous and correct. It's just that I don't have all the cards for some of the other decks, and this is Yorion, so chances are high we're just in the Kaldheim match and we'll nope out of it. But there are several different Yorion piles, and we might be able to beat like the Esper Yorion pile. I don't honestly know. I haven't done that matchup yet, so. Claim's not going to be very useful here. Hoping we top a land. That's painful. That lowers our odds a lot. So this just looks like the Sultai deck, so we're just going to nope out of this. There's just no point even playing this one. Deck is not designed to beat Sultai. It just can't. It does not have the tools. But again, because we have so few decks built, these are essentially the two most functional ones we have at the moment, and this kind of loses most of the time to mono red, and this loses most of the time to Sultai. So it's really just matchup roulette here. We're hoping we don't continually hit the wrong half, but you know, it's us, so we probably will. We could also try to build one of the 4-color dooms that has been getting a little bit of hype around the interwebs. I think we have all the cards for that. Most of our doom variants have felt pretty bad. This is a 4-color doom variant with Binding of the Old Gods in it. Let's see how many of the cards we have for that. Missing 4 rares. Probably lands. Yeah. And these are from Kaldheim, so we don't really want to buy these because eventually we're going to open all our packs and we'll probably get them. So that will be something we might be able to play in the soon future, but not for right now. Let's just try again. Life's too short to play games that you don't have fun in, so we will always just auto-concede the Sultai matchup when we're playing this deck. It's just a waste of time. The Dimir Mutate deck is also kind of fun, but has a little bit better of a mono-red matchup, but not much. I suppose that's an interesting middle ground that deck is, between beating the Yorion piles and beating the mono-red, because the Singer actually lines up really well against them. Not much else does, though, to be honest. There are some games where you can get to the late part and you can tempo them with your with the Shore Shark, but yeah. There probably aren't a lot of other silver players, so it's like desperately trying to find me someone who's in my rank or lower, and it's like impossible. I kind of wonder what the play rate is for Arena right now. I wonder if they're doing good or worse than they used to do. It is quite a racket when you think about how expensive it is to play this game, and how transparently that it's gambling. They try as hard as they can to say otherwise, but you have to buy random packs to be able to play. And all the money you spend is worthless after rotations, just like completely worthless. So we've got double Bone Crusher. It's Yorion again. So, if we see like a Wolf Haven or a Cultivate, we're conceding this again. And we'll just try the Dimir Mutate deck. If all we're going to face is the one guy using Sultai today. Because again, it's just not a winnable matchup. Well, what a start to a video, huh? It's been a rough year. Drew a third Bone Crusher Giant. our opponent just not there? Well, I mean, at least we got a land, I guess. Are they like diamond or platinum? And we're silver? Okay. 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 Action-packed, folks. Action-packed. Alright, well, we're going to try playing Rakdos once more and see if we find mono red. Maybe we should just give up and just play the damn mutate deck. There's a little bit of action against both types. We're probably more likely to run into Sultai as we go higher anyway. So this isn't great, but this spell is particularly good in this deck. Would have been nice to have had some early plays, but it doesn't look like we're gonna have such luck. Looks like we may be facing Saktos ourselves. Unfortunately, this almost certainly means he has a Bone Crusher Giant. We're kind of hoping he'll play it so that we can play our Slither Wisp and at least maybe draw one card. So we can always use this on this, which is nice. We could cast this on this to draw the extra card, but honestly, like, it just seems like... I mean, I guess this splits them up anyway. It's probably worth it, actually. I mean, it guarantees we draw a free card. The Malachi Rebirth splits this into two. We could also potentially negate a Bone Crusher Giant now. Really? Okay. It's kind of surprising. Yeah, let's draw more cards. So you didn't have a Bone Crusher Giant. We didn't hit a land. We did not hit a land. I think Disruption might still be castable here. I really wish we had a land. I think Disruption might still be castable. Once he's got to 5 land or more, I think Disruption's out of the question, but... Foretell? Foretell. Find a land. Cannot find a land. Dang it. Extinction Event isn't that good here because these are both different. Destroy target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less. We could put this over it, but it bounces nothing. We could Rebirth. Guess we're just hitting Rebirth. Yeah. That's pretty unfortunate here. If he has a second removal spell, he does get us. Yep. So we were screwed either way there. Screwed every which way there. And now we get the swamp, of course. Of course now we get the swamp. So now with Croxus, we can bounce it to his hand, which I think is the play. Or do we Slither Wisp and Heartless Act? I don't hate that either. Well, not expect that. So now we're just top decking. Well, that could have went better. They don't even have 2 blue to activate this. Yeah. Just unlucky. Just very unlucky. Just unluck things. Stroke seems pretty worthless here. Yeah. If we would have had another black in that spot where we had double blue, or if we would have had mana online to be able to scry as soon as we got our hand blown out. There's so much discard in their deck, I'm almost certain it's a Tigrid deck. And against discard, we have to mulligan, which virtually guarantees we're going to lose. For all its complexity, there are lots and lots and lots and lots of non-games that happen in Magic the Gathering. And they're never fun. Okay, so now we know he has Skull Raid. That's what that is. So I guess we'll just take the draw cards. I probably should have cut Singer, honestly. Discard, huh? Well, we've got our castle, so we can sort of recover from being bombed out by discard, but we've had no clock against a deck that has a much stronger late game than us. I'll say with some confidence this match is over. So we can flash in the Wisp. And then flash in the Singer to draw a card. Hopefully he'll use Skull Raid here. Okay, Predator. No real practical way to get through that. I guess we can see if he wants to trade and then we'll break this. Unfortunate. Yeah. double removal again. I'll happily concede if he does. Yep. Yep. So we queued up hoping we'd hit mono red or Sultai, and we hit the deck we just stopped playing. So if you're having trouble understanding why I'm not having fun playing Magic lately, it's because luck is an X factor. It's this intangible thing, this sort of unknowable power that some people just have and some people just don't. And while I'm very skilled at games like this, and I enjoy the thought process, the lines, the analysis, the predictive understanding of play and counterplay, I'm not lucky. I've never been lucky. I was born with the cord wrapped around my throat. I was a breech birth, and they yanked me out by my legs with the cord around my neck and ripped some of the tendons and nerves apart on the side of my neck and face, leaving me with permanent nerve damage and partial paralysis of the left side of my face. This is how I whistle. It's because this side doesn't work. That's just a fraction of the sort of shit show that my life has been. Just not a lucky person. So there's like a maximum I can endure of this kind of bullshit where we very clearly have a plan. You know what we're trying to do here, but we play our deck and get Sultai, we play our deck and get Sultai, we switch the deck and then play the deck that we were playing to not play into. And just how many times can a person like suffer this kind of bullshit with a smile? Like if your lot in life is to flip a coin and always be wrong, you're just going to self-terminate as soon as you possibly can afford a gun. So like I'm genuinely trying to be here on this earth and like handle this, but it's so often and so constant as to become at first comical and then just intolerable. So again, we're looking for the aggro matchup. I assume it's going to be Sultai. Now 4 times in a row? 4 times in a row. 4. Let's switch to the deck that's supposed to beat the Yorion deck. Okay, well, this is supposed to be a good matchup. We'll see. Draw is really, really bad. Gosh, it's getting worse. Mystic that. That's fine. That's fine too. I guess we grab the island just to make it look like we have a counter spell up. You probably don't mill Yorion out most of the time, but we've just kind of drawn the wrong parts of the deck for this match to be good. Just gonna have to force through into the story here. He has Mystic, we probably just concede. Okay, no Mystic. We haven't drawn a single Drown in the Lock. Pretty unfortunate. Well, that's good. There go most of my crabs. You can counter the counter. Sure. No removal, huh? Well, against the normal deck, we'd be winning here, but because he's the Yorion deck, just too many cards, folks. like top deck artifacts or one of our other blood chiefs. That's a start. We're short of blue to actually cast it. So next turn, he's going to get to binding, kill another one of our things. Swinging through here doesn't really accomplish anything. It looks like at the moment we're closer to milling him than we are killing him via damage. Yep. I believe that means I only have one rune crab left. We're dead in a couple of turns. We have no graveyard, unfortunately. Well, we're short of blue again. A game to get back Thieves Guild. He's got 18 cards left. I think we just have to destroy this while we can. He doesn't have any target for Elspeth Conquers Death. Huh. One. All right. Sure. Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah. Well, we milled an 80 card deck out. At least that's pretty funny. Okay, so Mystic Dispute, Disdainful Stroke. He's gonna bring in. What do they bring in? They just bring in their own Cling to Dust, right? So Crippling Fear is not going to help us. Wall Mages is interesting, but yeah. I don't think I've won Mind is that impactful. And keeping the one Blood Chief's Thirst is probably fine. Maybe we don't need the feed. Kind of like one of the dominations in here too, but I don't know what to cut for it. Being able to take an Archon or a Yorion. I mean, it's not like we're getting to trigger it though, right? It's just a different piece of removal. Yeah. This is probably fine. This is just a deck where you have to have your stuff line up. It did not line up well that game, but we found a what the fuck. Good hand. Oh, I still had a deadweight in here? Oh, I missed that. Well, this isn't going to be useful for a long time, so it's an easy pitch. You could have immediate removal for it. You never know. Cling to Dust. Maybe we had to bring Cling to Dust in of our own to be able to get rid of their Cling to Dust. That might be true. Could be Mystic here. Yep. So we're very exposed to Extinction Event right now. Not that bad. If we don't hear a land pretty soon here, we're probably screwed. Okay, so we've got blue, blue, black, black. I think we're going to need double blue more often currently. Whoops. Probably just going to cling something. Happens immediately, huh? Didn't say please. So... yeah, we want that. It's definitely a mana race here. Sure. Don't think we cast this yet. This is probably a shark. Just a cling. Sure. Yep. We just want to counter his Doom Foretold, which he's saving like a negate. Yep. So what we're going to have to do is drown him a lot. This way he can't play Mystic, he's got to play negate. And then we can counter that. Got rid of one of the Mances, that's pretty good. I guess Odd is pretty good for him here. Yeah, we'll counter it. I don't know if this is strictly correct, though. So if he has a Mystic, he wins here. Negate, negate, negate. Alright, you got it. Guaranteed draws a free card. Stupid deadweight. Okay. He's got cling up, so he can gain a bunch of life here. Pretty unfortunate for us. Gonna eat our crab. story's pretty good. Gotta just be starting with that, right? So we can eat that Skyclave, but we have another. Ground through 2 negates. He could easily have Dispute or another negate here. I'm going to draw a card to look for one. We're just kicking that. Or are we... We're probably doing into the story now. Should have cast that first. That was a small misplay. That's fine. Currently have lethal if he has no response. I guess not if he gains life. Yep. Getting a lot of mileage out of those clings. Definitely should have brought in our own cling to get his. That was a mistake. We'll definitely take out the deadweight and something else to bring in the 2 clings. Well, at least we finally got a win, folks. It took a million games to actually be in a match where we had a chance to do the thing, and we did the thing. So that was a little bit of standard today here from your old, very scalded dog, Gravity Groove. It's been rough, man, and hopefully I can turn it around, but I'm going to be posting a little less frequently for a little while, until I feel less put upon by the unfortunate nature of my luck. Thanks for watching, though, and I hope at least that last game was somewhat entertaining, or that you can heal through pain, that I'm your pain shaman, and that watching me in pain somehow makes you empathetic and makes you more connected to others. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching. I do hope you come back again sometime. I'll see you again. Boom.